Hello everyone, Merry Christmas. This is Pastor Howie, and I just came in from snow blowing our driveway, clearing out the mailbox, and clearing out the front of the church, and also giving the dogs a fatter path on the side of the parsonage. By the time I finished, the snow was beginning to fill in, the drifts were beginning to fill back in. And so I decided I would make this video and let you know that the church is open. And we are scheduled to have a service at 10:30 this morning. But I will also tell you that having just come in from outside, the wind is still blowing, the visibility is horrible. Can't even see from the back of our house down to Trips, and Trips has yard lights on. And I will read you this update from North Country Now News. Travel ban extended until noon in Waddington, Madrid, Hammond, 5 other towns. Elsewhere, travel should only be for work emergencies, sheriff says. This was updated at 8:23 a.m. today. And let me read the rest of the notice. Due to continuing deteriorating road conditions and extremely poor visibility amid a major storm, St. Lawrence County has declared a state of emergency and extended a travel ban in 8 communities. Many secondary roads are completely impassable, according to the St. Lawrence County Sheriff's Department. The ban will be in effect until noon on Sunday, December 25, in Waddington, Madrid, Lisbon, Oswegatchie, DePeyster, Macomb, Hammond, and Rossy, according to the St. Lawrence County Sheriff's Department. The ban was originally scheduled to expire at 8 a.m. A travel advisory remains in place for all of St. Lawrence County through 8 p.m. Sunday, December 25, said Sheriff Brooks J. Bigwolf. There should be no travel unless your employer requires it for work or for an emergency situation, he said. Now, as your pastor, I would love to see as many people come out as possible. But I want to read you something from Acts chapter 27. This is Paul. And Paul is on his way to Rome. And it's getting late in the season. And in verse 9, chapter 27, Acts says, much time had been lost and sailing had already become dangerous, because by now it was after the Day of Atonement. It was entering the winter season on the Mediterranean Sea. So Paul warned them, men, I can see that our voyage is going to be disastrous and bring great loss to ship and cargo and to our own lives as well. But the centurion, instead of listening to what Paul said, followed the advice of the pilot and of the owner of the ship. Since the harbor was unsuitable to winter in, the majority decided that we should sail on, hoping to reach Phoenix and winter there. This was a harbor in Crete facing both southwest and northwest. Verses 13 through 26 describe what the NIV calls the storm. So I'm going to tell you something. As much as I'd love to see everybody come, don't be foolish. You don't need to come to church to get saved. You don't need to think that if you miss church, especially because of a storm, that you're going to be a sinner. We're all sinners anyway. But it doesn't mean that you're going to sin and somehow commit sacrilege. If you don't feel confident and you don't want to end up in a ditch or in an accident, then stay home, stay warm, stay safe. I'm set up, just like I was last night, to, if we don't have a worship service, if we don't have musicians, if we don't have anybody but me, I will share my Christmas message with you and broadcast it. So please, listen to Paul. Paul knew the storm was coming, and he warned those people. And what happened is, they got in the midst of the storm, the ship was wrecked, and they lost everything. accept their lives by the grace of God. I don't want anybody to lose anything because of this storm. So, it's open. I'm not telling you not to come, but I am telling you, use the grace and common sense that God gave you. And unless it clears up between now and 10:30, I don't recommend anybody come very far to get to church. So that's this part of my Christmas message. Once again, I will say Merry Christmas. This would be a good time if family's close to get together with family, to read the stories of Christmas, open presents, have as good a time as you can. But be safe, be warm. If you got dinner prepared, be filled. And, if I don't see you today, we'll see each other next week. So, God bless. And I will be online at church at 10:30. One way or another, that will happen. But if you can't come, don't. God bless you. Amen.